All right, so predictions are unfolding. I did my video on Edgar Cayce, and now I'm going to talk more about that. Somebody said, what's my opinion on that? And I have done this video several times, but now we are in the midst of things that are seeming to take place that have been predicted. Now they're way off base time-wise. I'm going to tell you why that is, but I'm going to share with you what these predictions are, because people say, well, so-and-so predicted this and so-and-so. I'm going to actually address that directly today. And I'm going to tell you something that's very exciting because we're going into empowerment. And if you choose that pathway, it's going to blow your mind, because we're in a era unlike any other on this planet. And you chose to participate in it. Yes, you did. Are you ready to hear about this total power that's opening up for you, the predictions that are now taking place, and how you and I are going to participate in those directly? Let's go. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fear and live an absolutely amazing life. My internet just came on last night. We were out for 5 days. We went through the hurricane. If you didn't see, I actually filmed it live coming in, and I actually filmed my neighborhood across the bay going underwater. Not for entertainment purposes, but this is what the internet holds for us. So if you're against the internet, well, you're here with me, so it serves some great purpose. It can bring us together as communities. We can share information quickly, help one another because of it, and the internet has allowed us to organize ourselves much quicker and more efficiently here. Our community is doing amazing things. I want to talk to you about that because we know the weather here is getting worse and worse, and it's just not here in Florida. It's everywhere. This hurricane, which by the way did not hit St. Petersburg, Florida. It was 100 miles off the coast. We got the surge because we had a high tide here and drove a pathway all the way up the East Coast with North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee got hit pretty bad, and they had a direct hit. I want to talk about that. Well, Edgar Cayce mentioned that. Why would he even bring that up? Because his specialty was really healing. But let me share with you why the healing was so accurate and why his predictions haven't been. So before we start, I hope that you will subscribe. And those of you who are entrepreneurial, who want to make a difference on this planet, I created Digital Explorers. This is a free video to show you how you can create an online business from scratch. I show you how to do it step by step, that's planet conscious, and you will contribute to this planet in an amazing way, and maybe create your own business and career, maybe even quit your job. All things are possible, my friend, and I am here to provide those pathways for you, but you have to take them. Now we're going to talk about predictions in the future. All right, what is that? Everything is a potential pathway. You could come here for specific teachings. Okay, let's say I wanna tackle forgiveness. So you have parents that treated you horribly, or some situation happened, and you're saying, okay, if I really, really want to evolve spiritually back into consciousness, that's the game here. We're unconscious, humans are, density, going back into consciousness and expansion. I had a video, it's not a popular one, because I said how to awaken and nobody clicked, because it's almost like, I just tell me what the future is. Well, I'm going to tell you what the future is right now. We have certain things that are in place, but they are not predictable time-wise, and everything you decided to do, even if it's forgiveness, you don't have to do it here. That's your own personal decision. So if you came here to master illness or forgiveness or whatever it is, you can change your mind. Why? Because there's no such thing as time. There are illusions in eternity. So you can go off into some other realm or come back as another human in another situation where you can maybe handle it better. Maybe it was too intense, you couldn't take it, and you said, okay, I'm out of here. You get sick and you die, or you get hit by a bus. You know, you cannot run from your teachings. That's the other thing. So I'm going to address a couple things here. First of all, people are like, you shouldn't live in Florida. I said, really? So, you know, you could get hit by a bus walking across the street in the safest place in the world. You have to make those decisions independently. Some people are meant to go through certain situations, and you got to know when you're ready for that and when you're not. We're all going to exit at some point. So you cannot run from the teachings you chose. So if you chose to master illness or master, density or whatever it is, it's going to be there. That teaching will show up for you no matter what. You can go hit the Pacific Northwest and something will happen there to test you. You cannot run from your teachings, and you don't have to master them. That is how it works. Whatever decision I make, however, because we are one connected energy, just one thing all happening in every time, every space, every probability, my decision does affect the collective. All right? So I affect other people here, especially in our illusion. It goes beyond that. That's why extraterrestrials are so interested in us. We directly affect them. Why are they taking samples and all this stuff? Because if we blow ourselves up, they need to clean up the mess, or at least the pieces, to start over again as part of their illusion. So as a collective, every decision that I make, if I don't evolve into consciousness, it affects the consciousness of the illusion on planet Earth, and of course beyond. But let's deal with this scenario. So what we want to do is take every one of these challenges and teachings. Like I said, I'm not moving, okay? Maybe there'll be a time when I say, yeah, I've had enough, whatever, it's too hot here. I'll decide then. But right now, this isn't good. I'm not leaving. I'm not in fear. But I know one thing. I saw a community go underwater, and everything I'm hearing, I'm seeing people shooting videos, and I'm watching them to see what's going on across the street. They're under sand, like 4 feet of sand. It's bizarre. And people are shooting videos and crying, and none of it has to do with losing their stuff. A woman was shooting her car, which was buried in sand, and she started to cry, and she said, oh my God, look at all these people here bulldozing the sand. Look at all these men working hard, sweating and all dirty and taking short breaks, and just, dozens of these bulldozers coming in clean. She was just blown away. She was crying because of the people that came and helped, not because her stuff's gone. And I'm seeing that over and over again. And the community's coming together, and people are bringing their food and their toiletries and the cleaning supplies and everything. And even in my workout facility, they said, hey, you guys, if you have stuff, here's the list of things. Let's give it to our members, and we're all coming together, and it's feeling powerful. And the power of that high frequency is expanding. And these things that those of you think, oh, Florida, you shouldn't be. I'm saying you don't understand the power of that event that just happened all the way up. All right? The power of it, just like our lockdown, is pulling us together. We are being presented a teaching you cannot escape. This is ours. People in experiencing this, that's part of our teaching. Will we come together as a community? And when we rebuild, we're talking to each other now. We're helping each other. We're opening our doors to strangers. We're giving our stuff and donating and working in 90-degree heat to help people clean up. That's it. That's what we came for. And those of you who are saying, oh, I'm sorry, this is horrible, I'm saying, no, it's not. It's designed by us. It's part of what came in. Now, Edgar Cayce, let's get to him. He saw that. Now, he's warning us. He's giving us warnings because there are things that we can handle differently if we see things, cataclysmic things that are in our control as humans. Wars, even illnesses, we can prepare in a completely different way. Now, Mother Nature, she is a living, breathing entity. I mean, this is not just a piece of dirt here. It's intelligent. She has her own cycle she's going through, just like all of us. We're all going to get older and die. I don't know why everybody has this problem with getting older. I think it's amazing. It's fascinating. Don't you think it's fascinating? Like, wow, it's weird to see your body change. It's like, oh, I'm feeling like I'm getting wiser and more comfortable with things. And are you enjoying this? Are you relishing this? Are you celebrating it? Are you celebrating even the pain and the sadness and the loss? Wow. Being human is amazing. What am I going to do in this? Or you can have a pity party and sit up and say, nobody hears me or gives me stuff. And I'll say, you're right. Nobody does. You do. And if you aren't doing it, oops. If you aren't doing it, you're going to wait for this other entity that doesn't exist because you are the other entity. And when you grasp that and receive it, you are now controlling it. Because now I'm saying, I'm receiving what I'm giving. And those thoughts that I'm putting out here are the very things that are creating my reality. And when I know, okay, I don't like this situation, but I'm the one in control, you ask for assistance with your own decisions. The assistance of the illusions of other entities, we're illusions because we're not separate, but we're an illusion of separate entities, will come in because they cannot interfere with your teachings. All right, so that's what Edgar Cayce, all these things can be seen, but they can change at any moment because every single seemingly separate entity gets to choose as one whole. So I affect you, and if I say to my angels or my guides, bring me this opportunity, I'll do the work. Okay, I'm ready for it. I'm ready to receive health, abundance, healthy relationships, whatever it is that you desire. I'm ready to learn and undo the programming. I see patterns in my life that I don't like. Help me to see this clearly so that I can change those patterns and learn and celebrate and say, wow, I get it now. I get why I'm always sick, or I get why I'm exhausted. People go like, oh my God, you have a ton of energy. I'm like, yeah, because I'm not carrying that heavy stuff. I'm not carrying this heavy, whatever it is, beliefs and whatever. It's a story. And those stories can be so heavy. And of course, I have my opinions. Of course, I have my feelings. I like being human, even though, I haven't been really enjoying, seeing all the pain out there. That's not enjoyable. That part of being human isn't, but I'm okay with, doing some of the things that I do as my own choices that maybe aren't perfect, because I'm exploring being human too, just like you are, just like the Dalai Lama or, any other, Buddha or all the things they did and experience being a human. Jesus Christ got angry. Jesus Christ lost his faith out in the desert, right? He got to experience being human. Don't miss that. It's okay to be lonely. It's okay to have anxiety. It's okay to have bad days, and just say, okay, do I want to change it? Do I like this? Maybe you like it for a moment. Maybe you just want to sit in that for a while. Edgar Cayce saw events that we can't necessarily change, we can affect. So when he saw people that came that were ill, he was seeing a present moment result of whatever they created up to that point. The further out you go into predicting the future, the less likely it is to come true, because we have linear time allowed to change it. If I come in with an illness here, it can completely change, but it's easy then for somebody to accurately see that. Now, if they see me in the future, that future represents unlimited probabilities. So they're seeing the most likely probability that exists right now. And as soon as I change my mind, that reality changes. And that's why they can't be 100% accurate. They can see what we're aligned for at this moment. So you can come back a few months later and get a completely different prediction because maybe you changed your mindset. Maybe you awakened. Maybe you got rid of the abusive relationship. And so now, because of your decision, your future just changed. That's how it works. You're in control. Isn't this cool? Yeah. So even these, what other people? Oh, please. Seriously, I'm over this pity parties. Like, oh, you're okay. No, you are okay. You're perfect. For crying out loud, you're a creator, of everything. As my subscriber, thank you. I'm going to say this over and over again. I'm the creator of the light and the darkness, the peace and the evil. I am the creator of all things. So you're doing it. Nobody's doing it to you. You're doing it. It's the teachings you cannot avoid. Work it out, my friend. Deal with it. Okay? Yeah. And if you can't, shut your pie hole. I had to get that in there somewhere. We are going into empowerment because we're recognizing it. It was always there. You are perfect right now. There's nothing to get to. There's just seeing it, claiming it, recognizing it, and also being okay with being human, and the teachings that you took on, they're going to keep happening. Master it. And they won't be painful anymore. You'll say, here we go. And by the way, every time you master something, it takes you to something beautiful and amazing. So there is a great reward for that. It's not like, oh, I master it, and then here's another one. It's like, wow, whew, I just went up a floor, right? That's what's happening. You go up a floor, up a floor. Finally, you're in that penthouse, and you say, oh, all those things I went through, oh my gosh, they had divine purpose. It makes sense now. Look at what I mastered. Look at who I helped. Look at what I let go. Those beliefs that how things are, and what if you're wrong? What if that belief where you think how people should be, or who's right or who's wrong? What if you're wrong? Because everyone's reality is true. Because I am that and that. So it's all true. So whatever you're clinging to, you're creating for you, not me. So you can sit there and tell me right or wrong, or I should leave Florida, or I should, and yeah, I'm not going to say it. Okay. I got dinged in my last video. YouTube blocked advertisers. I was talking about Edgar Cayce, and I have no clue what's in there. So we're getting censored. We're getting, of course we are. And rightly so. We don't want a lot of garbage out there. So watch what you're saying to people. Watch what you're watching, because so-and-so predicted this. I went, yeah, and so-and-so predicted this, and they predicted this. I mean, what are you predicting? Let's do it together. You guys, this is free. These are my mindset courses. I'm going to be changing that platform completely. I think you guys are ready for something else. Maybe I'll have a series of master classes. I would love to hear what you want. If I could teach you how to change your mindset, what would you want? Do you want a membership? Do you want master classes? I've got a course, Breakthrough Fear, but it's pretty extensive. Digital Explorers, we're creating planet conscious online businesses. You're having to really pick what your passion is. That's your assignment. You don't have to have any background in anything. Everyone can do this if you're entrepreneurial. You have to take charge. I don't let everybody in this class, but this is a free webinar. I talk about why online businesses don't work. And we're creating a whole platform where you own it. It's your business. We're going to grow it. We have an actual business strategy, and you love what you do, and everything we do has a positive impact on this planet and other people. We are changing business, how we earn, what we bring to the world. It's not about me and taking care of me. It's about what can I give, and I get rewarded too. That is available for you. No more excuses. Things are happening out there, and they're amazing. You ready for it? You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. So, I have my Amazon influencer store. My links are all in my description down there. If you want to explore the non-toxic products that I use, you can go down there. I've got some really cool stuff. No plastic. We're over plastic, yeah? I'll see you in the next video, my friend. Namaste. Be sure to check out my book, Breakthrough Fear, Your Spiritual Butt Kick, on Amazon. It will blow your mind. It talks about exactly how all of this works. You can find that link in the description.